It is important when we say scholars differ on an issue to know which scholars are we talking about. When you say doctors differ on a particular patient, which doctors? If it's a pregnancy issue and you say the gynecologist differs from the dentist, and the dentist is differing from the vet, and the vet is differing from the epidemiologist or the endocrinologist, you ask yourself, this subject area is the specialization of which doctor? That is the expert on the area. The moment you say elections or democracy, you know you are talking about a contemporary issue. You know, therefore, you are talking about an area that requires ijtihad. And you have to ask yourself, who are the scholars who have specialized in the methodology and the tools of ijtihad? Because that is the field of usulul fiqh and maqasid sharia. A hadith scholar traditionally has no right to give fatwa. A muhaddith, a scholar of hadith, does not deal with qiyas. He doesn't study qiyas, he doesn't study ijtihad, he doesn't study ijma, or the different types of ijma, because that's where you have another disagreement over ijma. He doesn't study maslaha or public interest. He doesn't study istihsan or juristic preference. He doesn't study saddu zariya, blocking the means to a haram. He doesn't study how to produce fatwas. And so it is criminal for, just as it is criminal for a vet doctor or for a dentist to start treating a pregnancy problem, it is criminal for a hadith scholar. In fact, Ibn Qayyim says it is even more criminal for a hadith scholar or a tafsir scholar who has no grounding in ijtihad and usulul fiqh and maqasid to start giving fatwas. So a person who gave fatwas was a person who was called a mufti. And if you are qualified in ijtihad, you are called a mujtahid. If your own is hadith, you are called a muhaddith. But yours is to sieve and just say this hadith is strong and weak, or this issue does not exist in the hadith. You can say that, but you stop there. You don't even comment on the Quran. Why? That is the field of the mufassir. You can say the sabab al-nuzul of this verse was this based on the hadith. But scholars need to recognize, and we need to know, when a person is speaking, are they speaking in their areas of specialization or outside? When it comes then to the topic of democracy, election, Yusuf al-Qaradawi, who is a well-grounded scholar in the tools of ijtihad and usulul fiqh and maqasid, and he's written on these subject areas. He said, anybody who says democracy is not compatible with Islam is either ignorant of what democracy is or is ignorant of Islam.
Democratic system with a term of office where people will decide through voting as a way of expressing the will of the majority, what do the majority prefer, that system is not un-Islamic because it doesn't go against the Quran and Sunnah. We should always remember, in areas to do with mu'amalat, social transactions, things like politics and economics, the rule is, the maxim, the qaida there is al-asl fil ashya al-ibaha. The premise of things is permissibility. So it's not to say where is the basis for permissibility of mu'amalat. No. Mu'amalat is halal and mubah by default. It is the person saying it is haram who should say it goes against the following ayah or goes against the following hadith or sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam.